Hello and welcome to the ultimate speedrunning guide solo of the Escapists 2. I'll be running through all the prisons and the different keys and the escape routes and different techniques and tactics we use to escape in all prisons runs and for IR world records. And today I'll just be starting with technique and the first couple of prisons. Just the easy ones basically. So without further ado, let's hop into set of perks and teach you the three main speedrunning tactics. Or techniques, whatever you want to call them. So the three main speedrunning techniques are charge cancelling. I guess there's technically four, but two of them kind of come under the same category. One is charge cancelling, two is quick intellect, and three is the quick healing and quick dropping with chipping in time with whatever. So let's start with charge cancelling. Charge cancelling is where you use the charge up where you charge it to hit someone, which does more damage than just a normal hit. But you use that charge to make yourself go faster, and because at the end of the charge you have a period of time where you actually finish the hit and you stop for a couple seconds. What charge cancelling does is it just stops that and just lets you keep running. Now, the reason why people used to use this with Q or with C or maybe or whatever to with the inventory. Now, there's a reason why that is worse than using the escape menu. Because it is harder to do the escape key twice than it is to do Q with mouse tap. But there's a reason why escape is better. And the reason is, now this is only better when you're playing solo, but whenever you press the escape key, it completely stops the timer there. So it's on A12. We can wait for whatever time, 5 seconds or whatever, and it will still say the same. But when you press Q, the timer keeps going. So when you do a cancel, any time you spend doing the cancel, depending on how long you take to reset whatever it is, that time is not added on. But if you do it with Q, all of this time will be added on to the actual game time, because the timing we use is in-game time, and it's the time at the end of the results screen that we use as the time on the leaderboard. And for that reason, that's why escape is better. Now, there's a few different ways that you do this. My personal recommendation is that you use your ring finger on your left hand to do this, because obviously you'll be playing keyboard. If you're playing on controller, then I don't really have many tips for you, as I don't play controller very much. I guess your thumb technically is what I would use to press the middle button, but I'm just going to teach you how to do it on keyboard. So in my opinion, you use your ring finger to tap it twice, and sometimes your pinky, depending on the situation. If you're just going right, you just do it normally and then press double tap with your ring finger. Same with A or left, and then same with up and down. Always just use your ring finger, it's the easiest. Now the diagonals. These going up and right, you can still use your ring finger. It's sometimes easier to use your pinky. I don't know, some people prefer the pinky, but I prefer ring finger still there. And same with going down that way. Now, a really good tip for going diagonally, you can always use your ring finger, even though it might seem like going diagonally right is really hard because you have to really stretch, and if you don't have big hands, then it's a bit hard. But there's a really good tip for all of the diagonal ones, because you can go up, down, left, right, if you're just doing that, and then stretch your ring finger. If you are going diagonally anyway, and you start a charge cancel, and then you take your finger, you can, look, I'm gonna press down D. Okay, I've taken my hand off of D. So during the charge cancel, if you let go of the keys, it will still charge in the direction that you ended up in. It's the same for diagonal, so you can take off the diagonal, press that again. Now, obviously, if you don't make it extremely smooth, you might have a bit of a gap. Oh, sorry, I didn't do that one right. Might have a bit of a gap there, right here, to go in again, because you have to take your hands off the keys to do it and then go back again. But there's a way past this, especially with diagonals. If you whichever key is harder to use, like say for example if you're using like the W and D keys to go diagonally right, you can take your finger off of the W key and then once you've started the charge cancel here, and then do the charge cancel, and you don't have to stretch as much because your finger's off of the W key. It's the same with going down, so you can take your finger off of the S key if you're going down right, and then press it. Or you can do this with any, and also I suggest if you're going to go diagonally left, do it with your index finger on the S button, down button, and your middle finger on the A button, and then taking your middle finger off of the A button to do ring finger on the escape key. And the hardest one in my opinion is W and A, and I would do it the same as A and S and having your index and middle finger on W and A, and then taking your middle finger off of A to do escape, like this. So like that. Yeah. There you go. So that's how you do charge cancelling. Okay, now on to fast intellect. So the game is intended for you to do intellect like this, keeping the bar here and just doing it like this. Now there's a reason why this is slower and not as good as the speedrunning strat. Well, for one, it takes up a hell of a lot of energy, because any time in this little section where the bar has to go back down, you're still losing energy, and it also takes more time for that bar to go down than it does to do what we do. Now, the speedrun strat for this is to get one thing, and the moment that bar goes there, you press W, so it gets you out of the thing, and then you press E quickly again. So you do it, you get to the end of the thing, and then you go WE. Oh, I didn't do it really right that time. WE. Oh, goddamn, I'm not really doing it right. WE, there you go. So, and then you just do it again. And then you just have to do the next one. And it doesn't take as much energy, and it's faster. So that's why it's a lot better. Now, also one thing you do have to note is, if you're doing this strat, sometimes you will get an intellect where it's all the way up here. If it's going that way and it's up here, if it's going to the right and it's up the top part here, like there, that's when you do a reset and just do it again, because it's just slow. It's usually just faster just to reset and do it again, because it's so slow to get all the way up there and then finish the set. Like, I'll try and see if I can get within 9. Like here, see how long that took? It'd just be faster just to reset and do another one, which is why you should, that's one thing you should know when you're doing it. You need to be looking out for that on every single pause, or not pause, reset or whatever, cancel, I don't know what you want to call it. I don't actually know the technical term. We make up terms here, but yeah, so like there, that one there, that was too far, so you'd reset again and then get something like this, which is better. Yeah, so that's quick intellect. Okay, I'm now going to teach you what is called quick healing, or chipping in time with the sniper shots. So basically, a lot of the escapes in this game, especially to do with like perimeter breakout escapes, are usually all to do with cutting or chipping a fence outside. This one's an exception on Center Parks, but most of them include you cutting or chipping a wall or cutting a fence while getting shot by the snipers. Now the game mechanics has made it so that you can cut, get shot, and then cut again, so it finishes the cut before you get shot, so you can still do significant damage to the fence before you eventually die. Now what we do is we do what's called a quick heal to make so we can get down the entire thing and escape with before we die. So we use things like medkits usually are the best thing to do, but sometimes you don't even need a medkit. You can use cookies and chocolate and whatever, because they give you 20 health each. Cookies and chocolate give you 20 health, and then any other health items such as milk or fruit or a can of soda will give you 10. And now you can still use those as long as you have a medkit, in which case it still works. But you can use like a cookie and a chocolate to get you like 3 shots or 4 shots or whatever, so you can survive that amount of shots. Now, how we do it is you have to dig or chip or cut whatever in time with the sniper shots. So I'm going to do it on this wall just to demonstrate a quick heal without getting shot, and then I'll do it again outside to show you. So the amount of time it takes to do there, and then there I'd get shot, right there. So 1, 2, 3, go, 1, down, and then I get shot. Now, in that little, there's about a half a second between finishing the chipping and then getting shot that you have to quickly heal and then switch back to your chipping tool. And in that space of time, you need to quickly press left mouse button on your healing item, press space to consume it. I'm not going to consume it now, so I can use it outside. Then go back to your chipping item, and press space after the shot. Now, there's a very important thing about pressing space after the shot. In some cases, you don't need to do this, but in a lot of cases, it's very vital to do it after the shot. Because if you chip before the shot and then spam it so that if you start chipping and you get shot, so like if you do it before the shot and you immediately get shot, you are going to the part of the shovel's durability will just go because you've used it and it's already and if you get shot, your chipping immediately stops. So the round you try to chip just stops. You don't do any damage to the wall, but you lose durability on on whatever chipping tool you're using. Now, this isn't always bad. Like I think on a crowbar you can use it a total of 7 times before it goes, which means, and you only need to use it 5 times before the wall's down, which means you've got 2 extra times. But if you spam it every single time you use it on the wall, then the snipers will take down the durability way too quickly, and you won't be able to finish chipping the rest of the wall because it'll just break. So it's important that you time it with the sniper shot to shoot you. Well, so time it with the sniper shot, you do the thing, and that little half second you have to heal, you heal, and then wait for the sniper shot. Or a good way of doing this is, instead of listening for the sniper shot or looking at your character, you can just look at your health, and the moment it goes down, you can start chipping again. Alright, I'll demonstrate this outside now. So I'll start digging, and then I'll take 1 hit, then do a quick heal, and then I'll also demonstrate a quick drop. Now, a quick drop is where this used to be used in Tundra, and it can still be used technically, but the new strat for Tundra is you dig under the ground and then go out because the wall is impenetrable by a crowbar or any chipping tool, so you have to dig under it. And we use this with the pickaxe. Now, the strat used to be that you'd dig a hole in the ground 4 times and use a medkit to quick heal so that you can get the hole done. And because you didn't have enough health at the end to survive 1 more hit, you'd do a quick drop, which is where you quickly drop the chipping tool before you die from the sniper shots, and then you lose it because the medics take it to contraband. And the way to do this is, while you're doing the last chip, you hold down right mouse button on the thing while you're chipping. And the moment that you stop chipping, it will immediately drop the item. And so I'll just demonstrate this now. So on the last chip you're gonna do, hold down right mouse button on the chipping tool you want to use, and you can even, after you're running to, you can even press D if you're chipping this way or whatever to run that way after you've done it, and you can just hold it down, it'll drop. So yeah, once you're on your last, if you're doing a quick drop and you're on your last chip or cut, whatever, then hold down right mouse button to drop it, and then you'll die, and then you can come back later, grab the chipping tool, and finish it off. Alright, without further ado, I'll show you how it's done. So you start, so there, get shot, go again, and then I can heal in between that little time, and then go again, get shot 1 more time, and then quick drop, holding down right mouse button, and I drop. Oh, okay. So okay. Basically, what happened there is the shovel lost its durability because I used it too many times. I'll make another one, and I'll be back, and I'll show you what a quick drop is. Right. Okay. So I'll now demonstrate. Just because the shovel broke. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to do a quick heal, and I'm also gonna do some quick healing during it, and then I'll do a quick drop at the end. Okay. So this is how it goes. So obviously, you start digging, get shot once, dig again. Heal, dig again, and then quick drop like that. So you hold down right mouse button on it. I didn't heal again because this only gives 10 and I was on 25, and each sniper shot takes 40 health, so I would have been on 35 and I would have died. So yeah, that's how it works. So when you're just about to finish chipping, you hold right mouse button down on your chipping or whatever cut tool, and it'll do that. I also just realized that there's one technique I haven't showed to you, which is not really a speedrunning technique. It's more just a skill technique just to make your runs less risky, because this can always screw up a run if you don't do it properly. And the technique is knocking out guards or knocking out inmates or whatever. Just general fighting skills in this game. Now, you can probably just learn this without having a guide. This isn't that hard to do, but I've seen a lot of people mess it up. So what I'm going to show you is how to fight, because most people think they need a weapon or some sort of stun gun or molten hot chocolate to knock it off, so you absolutely do not. It's so much easier just to use your fists as long as you have enough stamina. And there's just a couple key components you need to know before you start trying to knock out guards with your bare fists. And the way to do it is, one, use your target. It's been put in the game for a reason, and it's a very, very good fighting tool. Make sure you're always locked on whatever you want to do. The only time I would not use this is if you're knocking out more than one guard at once and you want to hit them all at once, because if whatever weapon you're using has a big range, then you can hit a lot of guards at once. Even you can even do it with your fists. If you have a lot of guards on you and they're all clumped together, you can go up to them and hit them all at once, because as long as you're not targeting any of them. If you're targeting any of them, then you will just hit one of them and not the rest of them. So that's the only time you shouldn't use target. But yeah, that's the number one thing, is use the target. It's very, very useful. It's very, very good. Second rule is, whenever you swing and you hit him, move away immediately, or like when you're actually fighting him. Number 3 rule is when you take the first hit to initiate the fight and get heat or whatever, it is most likely that the guard will immediately try and hit you back. So the moment you hit him, immediately block. Because the moment you hit him, he will likely swing back and immediately hit you if you do not block, and immediately take some damage. Second rule, after that, every single other hit you take, he will not immediately hit back, and you must draw back. So every time you hit, you immediately move backwards. And you can either wait for him to come back, or you can go in for another hit like this. Okay, I'll initiate a fight now and I'll show you. So when I first hit him, block immediately, because okay, so he didn't do it there, so I'll just find another guard to show you. But okay, actually no, I won't do it with the bat because it doesn't show. Okay, where's another guard? They're all gone. Let's find another guard. Okay, it's up there. Okay, so I should do it when they're not looking at me. Okay, so if you can see me? Yeah, take it. Okay. So here, look, you hit him and you immediately move backwards. Go in for another hit, and you can move backwards. Okay, and you can also wait for them and then just swing and move back. But the main rule is, once you hit, move backwards immediately, because they can just immediately hit you. If they get too close and you give them enough time, they will hit you. And the one RNG part of fighting a guard is if they block. If they're just programmed to block a lot. Most guards won't do this, but there are just some guards in the game that just will randomly just block nearly every single one of your hits, and like they won't attack you much, but they'll just block a bunch, and it'll take you ages to kill them, and it'll drain your stamina really fast, especially if you're using a weapon. Alright, here, so I'm gonna attack him and then immediately block, because he'll probably likely try to hit me. Like there, see? I blocked and he tried to hit me immediately. So yeah, and then just once every you hit, just move backwards and then just go back in and steadily, quickly just knock them out. And it's really, really easy. It doesn't take a lot of time to learn, and it's just so useful to know all that, because in a run you can easily mess up any run just by not knowing how to do that, or bottling, like getting hit just before you start doing quick healing or chipping outside. Yeah, so it can be really annoying. Alright, and that's all of the technique for speedrunning. Well, not all of it, but that's the main stuff that you should know if you're going to do any types of runs.
Okay, cool. That was the tactics used, or technique used in speedrunning. That's probably the only skill part of the Escapists 2 speedrunning that you'll need to know. The rest is just an RNG in actually knowing how to beat each prison, which I will cover in the next few videos. Thanks for watching.